they flatten the track out there to get everybody out of the pits. So you come out, look how flat it is right here compared to the same spot on the other end.
Right. Kidding.
So that's the biggest challenge of this racetrack, is there's tons of banking here to hold you in. Yeah. I'll show you one thing about this track real cool. It's hard to see from the stands, but let's start at the other end. It's the toughest thing about this track. So you look at this corner, like I think from the stands they all look the same until I start racing here, but so when you're way on the bottom, you're like, look ahead, see how big that hill is?
Oh, gosh,
all that banking? I mean, it's just huge banking. You're going straight uphill, right? Now look over across that corner. Look how flat it is.
Seem like nothing.
It's super flat. So you get to here, and they built it flatter so the cars can get out of the pits. So the ends are very different. So my approach has always been to try to get it perfect in 3 and 4, because that's where you set up all your passes. And then down this end, you can typically, if you're good down there, you kind of just bluff it through here because there's so much banking. So a lot of times the banking will just make up for a lot of deficiencies with your car. But this end really keeps you honest, especially since all these cracks and patches.
So do you have to accelerate more coming out of 3 then?
Down there you do harder.
Do you?
Yeah, there you can use more gas. That corner is faster just because it's more banking, although that corner is a little tighter. So Bandoleros, I'll tell you a Bandolero story real quick. I thought I was going to watch my wife die in a Bandolero.
Your wife in a Bando?
Yeah.
Really?
So they were doing a like a wives race, a charity race. So we went there to practice in Charlotte, and we got in there and everything didn't quite fit right. And trying to tell her kind of how to drive, and she made a lap, and the guy's like, well, don't use the brakes in these. No matter what you do, don't use the brakes. On and on and on. So she goes out there and runs the first couple laps. I'm like, you need to come off the corner more, come up to the ball. She was kind of running around the bottom. So somehow she misunderstood what I said. I still don't know what she was doing. We're at Charlotte, and I was standing on the pit wall.
Oh my God.
And she came off the middle of the corner, and she was coming straight at me. And I'm like wide open, like straight at the wall, head on. Like I still have no idea what she was doing. And
she's probably watching you for cues as to what to do.
No, it's the craziest thing. Like straight toward me, like I'm like, she's gonna die. Like she's gonna hit the wall hard. She's gonna be done. I mean, and at the last second, she hit the brakes. The car did a 180 and backed into the wall. And it was still pretty major. It broke her shoulder.
Oh,
she snapped her collarbone, broke her shoulder. And anyway, we took her to the hospital and did all that. She's never drove anything again.
Jeez.
It was not good.
So
that's my Bandolero story.
Your kids have never been in bandos after that.
No, my kids haven't really. Yeah, Ross raced a Legends car a little bit. He never raced a Bandolero. Ross raced a Bandolero, and then or not Bandolero, Legends car, a cage go-kart for a while, which I hated, and then late models and stuff. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, thank you. I appreciate this a ton. This is fun.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Oh, we got AC on.
Oh, yeah.
We got the radio on.
I don't think the radio's on. I had a call before that was pretty fun.
You did?
Yeah.
While you were driving?
Yeah, well, it was on somebody else's phone. It was through here who was driving. All right, I'll give you guys a lowdown on the racetrack.
All right. Well, we were here when you won in 2019, but that was just,
I gave a little bit of load on everybody. I'll show you a couple of cool things about the racetrack.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always curious about the banking.
Well, let's finish.
I know, so tell us.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start another end actually, but this end's getting real tore up. It's real tricky with all these patches and cracks and stuff. All right, so this corner down here, the entry's kind of tight, but you can see all the banking, right? Like just tons of banking. So here you try to get in here and you get as low as you can. Now look forward there. See how big that hill is when you're down here?
Right. Yeah.
It's this huge hill. It's banking, but it's also, you're going way up. See how we're still driving uphill?
Yeah.
Now look off of turn 4. Look how flat it is. Look how much lower that is than us.
You got that right.
So they flatten the track out there to get everybody out of the pits. So you come out, look how flat it is right here compared to the same spot on the other end.
Right. No kidding.
So that's the biggest challenge of this racetrack, because there's tons of banking here to hold you in. So you can kind of get into this corner, and I always say you can sort of fake it down here because there's so much banking. You can get in the gas real early, and you don't really see many people make a pass here or initiate a pass here. You can finish them, you can kind of hold even, but that banking makes up for deficiency. But this corner is where it's all about. You want to be able to get in wide. You want to be able to get as low as you can in the gas as early as you can, and get off this corner better than everybody, because the people start getting loose off the corner, and then this is where they'll slip, and you can get underneath them and start the pass here and then finish it down here. So that's the key. I just work on that corner all the time, and I don't really worry about this one much.
Well, I remember when you beat Ty in 2019, that was the last quarter.
Yeah, well, what happened in that one is we were a little better in the short run, and he was better in the long run. So when I got under him, we were like 2 laps to go, and I was right in there. And again, I wasn't that great. We were a little tight the longer we run. Or, I'm sorry, he was tight on short run, and we were tight the whole time. But anyway, so I got in here, and I was barely under him, but I got in the gas early, and like I said, you can kind of fake it. Here it is on the top.
Yep.
And when we got to about right here, what happened in that race is he hit the wall right here. And when he hit the wall, his car did this just enough, and I got like 3 feet up on him. So once I was almost even with him, I just drove in here until he had to lift. I just kept going as hard as I could into here, and he had to lift, and you know, we got by him. But it all started because he got on the fence, you know, in the middle of the back. So.
They hit the wall here a lot too. They too close, right on this side.
Yeah. And you're not room in a hurry when you get going around here. So all that noise is all the rubber that's sticking to the tires flying off.
Woohoo! Awesome.
You're going to win tomorrow.
Watch, I'm going to take this truck. I'm going to have Adrian come here. I'm going to take this truck back to the fence.
Oh, I got to get the good thing on our bucket list.
Yeah,
Thank you.
kidding.
All right, see you.
All right,
See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Adrian!
Take the truck away.
I'll give you a ride quick.
What's that?
I'll give you a ride quick.
What's up, Alan?
Bearing down on that thing, you better be careful.
I'm going to give him another ride.
On.
That's right. I guess they must be recording me, so they're going to hear the same speech over and over. I just want to show you some of those tracks, but they can't really tell from the stands. So like this is where you try to get to. See the line cameras there, but look off the corner. See all the banking, see how it goes straight uphill?
Yeah.
Like look up those flags. Look how much uphill it is from here where you're coming off the corner to there, right?
Yeah.
Like straight uphill. So you get up here, you set this corner, look off turn 4. Look how flat it is. So you kind of get down into this corner, and then they flatten that corner so you can get cars out of the pits.
Yeah.
So look how flat that is. Now this is the same spot in the other corner I told you look uphill.
Yeah,
look at what you're looking
flat,
at.
right?
And then look back there. Look how much higher the back is than the front.
So you can really be more aggressive off turning too?
Yeah, so I call this a fake it corner. So I think I have always worked on making my car perfect there, because this corner there's like so much banking that when you get to here, you can floor it a lot of times. Even if your car's not perfect, you can kind of hang in there.
Yeah.
But this corner here, you got to be able to. I always try to get wide and set up and see all these cracks and bumps and patches. It's really hard now, and you want to get off almost on an apron. You get the left rear to clip that apron and get up alongside of people. It's kind of the way to make the pass.
You gotta take the left rear to hook the apron.
Yeah, you don't really want to hit the apron, but there's a spot way on the bottom that's pretty good.
What about, you see that little patch? Looks like a pad right here.
There's
like
two of them. There's there's that concrete one. There's one above it too.
Yeah.
They're probably like, what the hell is he doing? You're gonna like what I do next. I drive this thing right to our trailer.
Oh, that's awesome. I always thought this track looked super fun.
It is so fun. You think Joe's down there drawing for me?
Let's hope. Just park it. Let's see, if you get out, I'll drive it back over there.
Are you going to?
I'll drive it back over to the entry.
What's up? Did Joe go down there to draw?
I think so.
Did he? Alright, but I don't know where the key is.